What is up, my brothers, and welcome to another Cigar Guy Friday. Tonight we're going to look at something a little different. Piece of wood, yeah, not just any piece of wood. This piece of wood came out of a barn. A friend of mine gave me some of this. This is pecan, and came out of a barn. I want to say the barn was, best we can tell, it was 80 to 100 years old. Can't see it very well, but you can see the little wormholes in it here and there. What's cool about this is, back in the day, the farmers didn't care what they built their barns out of, just as long as it was hardwood. This farmer probably had this pecan tree on his land from hundreds and hundreds of years ago before he cut it down, and ran it through his sawmill and built his barn because it was cheaper that way. You can see it's all rough sawn. It's all rough. You can see the saw marks going across it. It's useless. This little piece of wood is useless, right? It's kind of ugly, to be perfectly honest with you. The holes in it, that's not perfect. If you rubbed your hand across it, you might get a splinter because it's pretty dang rough. But this piece of wood in the hands of a skilled carpenter could be something nice. Let's go to the Bible and see what we can see there. We are going to be in Isaiah 45, verses 5, 6, and 7. It says, I am the Lord, there is no other. Besides me there is no God. I equip you, though you don't know me, that people may know from the rising of the sun, from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is no other. I form light and create darkness. I make well-being and create calamity. I am the Lord who does all these things. So, if we compare this little piece of wood to our life, it's kind of useless. It's just there. It's rough. It's got wormholes in it from calamity, right? From the worms crawling in it and eating through it and all that stuff. But when a carpenter gets his hands on it and shapes it and sands it all down, refines it, puts it together in the correct order, and he puts a nice clear coat on it, it can be something cool like this. This is a double cigar ashtray that I made. As you can see, that is all of the wormholes from years and years of being in a barn. But when the light hits it just right, you can see all of the beautiful, unique veins. There's not another piece of wood like this piece of wood. It has beautiful knots in it. The wormholes look awesome, all cleared over. Awesome stuff. So what about our life connects to that? You see, when God causes, as the Bible says, calamity, or hard things in our life, or hills and valleys, He is doing it to refine us, to make us unique. Because just like this piece of wood here, this ashtray, it is beautiful. And you can see the years of being weathered, the years of hardships. You can see the rough patches in it. But they're all smoothed over and it's all beautiful. And it's what I wanted it to be. Well, God can take your life when it's like this. Rough, big old knots in it, wormholes from being weathered and worn, and hardships, and He can make it beautiful. His goal is to make you beautiful. His goal is to make you just what He wants you to be, if we'll just listen to Him. And you know, to tell you the truth, most of my wormholes and worn and weatheredness brought about by my own doing, because I didn't listen, because I didn't submit to what He wanted me to do and go that direction. I was like Jonah and went the other direction and ran, which caused way more hurt, way more suffering, and way more strife for a lot longer period of time. If we would just listen to God and what He has to say and what He wants us to do, man, sure would save us a lot of calamity. So, gentlemen, as you go through your weekend, remember that God is seeking to refine your life. He wants to sand you down. He wants to take all those pieces and stack them in a certain order. And He wants to make you something beautiful. He wants you to go from this worn, weathered, wormhole-eaten, rough piece of wood to something beautiful, something unique. Love you guys, and I will see you again next Cigar Guy Friday.
When I tell y'all that I run things, y'all better believe me.